Happy
Hey,
Friday.
happy Friday. Welcome, everyone. This is the commentary zone. As you come into the room, please give us a thumbs up. Today, we are going to be talking about Marrying Millions, Season 2, Episode 12, Fear and Lambos in Las Vegas. Okay, where do we start?
I
Let's
think we should.
start
I
at the
say we
top.
go. I say we go like couple by couple, probably. 'Cause I think with this
Yeah,
show, it works. It works better. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
the way the scenes are laid out, couple by couple. I think.
The first couple that we see is Rodney and Desiree. He goes over
Hmm.
to her apartment and he has a bone to pick with her regarding her best friend. I cannot say this girl's name because one, I don't remember it, and two, I probably did have issues with pronunciation. But what did you think?
She be staying on his neck. She stays on his neck. He's not getting away with anything. She's not here for it. She wants to know what she wants to know exactly who it is. That's my
Well,
thing. She wants to know who it is, and the way she acts is like he cheated on her. Like she's feeling this to her core, and I'm like, did you recently go through a breakup because you didn't bring anyone to the party? So I'm like, did you go through a recent breakup? It seems to make sense.
well, what did you think about Rodney telling Desiree, I don't appreciate how she behaved at the engagement party, and he doesn't even want her to visit moving forward, and Desiree's response to that.
He has the right to feel the way he feels.
Hmm.
Now, that being said, his action or actions led to how her friend feels. This is her friend before she met you. So to give an ultimatum that way is not the way to go.
Hmm.
And her Desiree's reaction, while understandable, was not right either. What I would have said in her position, like, you know what? You cheated on me. This is my good friend. Of course, she's going to feel this way about you. Just because we're engaged does not make that resentment go away. What I suggest we do is we all sit down together and we all talk this through as we're all going to be in each other's lives moving forward.
Hmm.
Because you can't dictate people who's they can be friends with. It's you can't have that control. It's not going to happen in most cases. So he
Oh,
reacted out of pure emotion. It was not mature. We're not in sixth grade. Like you have to pick your friends. You can't be friends with I don't like her. No, you're a team. You're a couple. Handle it like adults.
I agree with him, not dictating who she can and can't be friends with. Um, Honestly, I wouldn't want to have a sit down with the three of them. And here's why. That's giving the best friend some input into this marriage. Rodney and Desiree need to talk this over.
Mm-hmm.
Then Desiree, I feel, needs to go and talk to her friend and say, look, I appreciate you
Mm.
having my back. I appreciate you always being my soundboard whenever something goes down or goes awry. I appreciate you always being there for me, like I'm always there for you because we're best friends. However, let's keep our discussions between us. And if you're at a party with me and my fiance, just support me. Just support me.
I got it.
Um, we're in his home and you bring in all the shade. Just support me in the decision that I'm making. All right. And if you choose not to be there when I fall, that's on me because it's my decision,
I like that. That's fair.
you know,
Mhm.
because there's two in the marriage. Let it
Exactly.
remain the two, you know, especially with this best friend, because I feel like if you give her an inch, she's going to take a yard with regards to power in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And already she feels like she has the right to come at Rodney. And no one asked her to in that particular instance. Because right now, Desiree is happy. All she's focused about is the ring. Am I saying that
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to end well? No. Does she have to be there for Desiree? No. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just need somebody to have your back, but not say anything at that time. That's
True.
how I feel.
I can go with that.
Yeah. And so what see, like when they were at the bridal shop later in the episode, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um I didn't mind the best friend saying what she said when it was just those two. That's their
Yeah.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept on asking her, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" That's what a best friend should do.
True. I like that. Keep the relationship separate.
Mhm.
Y'all don't mix. I'm gonna keep you separate.
Right.
We'll go out
Right.
and have our time, and then me and my man will have our time. That makes sense. I like
Right.
that.
And if there is a situation or an event where we're all together, we need to know how to be cordial with each other,
Exactly.
you
Agree.
know?
Good
Cuz
call.
you my friend. You're not his friend. You my friend.
Exactly.
That's just how I see that dynamic. What'd you think about her dress?
It was interesting. That's all I got. It
It
was
was a
interesting.
lot. It was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Let's
Interesting.
hope that's not the dress.
Exactly.
I think that's all we saw of them in the episode. Yeah? Those
Mm-hmm.
two scenes?
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is your favorite retired hostess and
Mm-hmm.
her crypt keeper boyfriend, Brienne and Bill. And
Hey, retired hostess. But the thing is, she's a retired hostess, but she's not trying to become a domestic engineer. She's like, look, I've done my
Mm,
career. I was tired. I'm with you now, and I'm not trying to be no one's maid. No.
yeah. Yeah.
But what he said was not out of line. He's like, like we discussed before, like he's like, well,
Mhm.
I go out and work so we can live this lifestyle. He's like,
Mhm.
it's not too much to ask for when I come home. Like, there's music playing. There's like maybe
Candles.
like something cooking. Like, that's not too much to ask. I'm like,
Mhm.
you're not wrong. I can't be mad at you on this one, Bill. You make a good point. And her
Mhm.
acting like I'm not the maid. It's like, well, okay, no, you're not. But my thing is this: what will you do if you had children? Like,
Mhm.
do you expect are you not gonna take care of them? You'll let the kids just do whatever around the house? No, you will clean up after them. Right now, you have no children, so if
Mhm.
you just straightened up a pillow here and there and dusted a little bit, get a Swiffer or one of them Clorox wipe, wipe down something or two to make it know that you've done something. He'll be happy. That's it. Even if you like move a rug, vacuum, and call Uber Eats, and just have the Uber Eats at the house when he gets there. Take out the card and put it on the plate, and you'll be good to go. Come on now, be
Oh
smarter,
my.
do better.
No, I agree with you with regards like, okay, she's dating a man that's significantly older than her.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's going to have a different view of how the partnership should work because he's from like 50 millennial ago, where the man goes out, earns a living, and the woman is the domestic caretaker. Um, you know, you knew what you were getting into when you was getting into bed with the crypt keeper. I get, you just got to remember that. And he does have a fair point. If I go out and earn the money for us to live in this style, in this manner, well, your part should be have dinner ready and light the candles when I get home. Now, if she's going to argue and say, I'm not the maid, I'm so much more, showing my love isn't cooking a steak for your dinner. It's, how I love you and da da da. Don't give me none of that BS. What I'm going to need you
Hmm.
to do, retired hostess Brianna, I'm going to need you to go out and occupy your time and improve yourself. You're going to need to go out and go to school. You're going to
Hmm.
need to go out and start a business. You're going to need to go out and start pretending like you earning your own keep while still being kept by sugar daddy. That's what I'm
Yeah,
going to need you to do before you make an argument like how you made today. Because right now, you not bringing nothing to this equation, which makes him totally correct. So you better get to getting and get that dinner on and light all of the candles that he wants.
exactly. My thing is this: what he's telling you is, I'm going to need you to be productive
Mhm.
in some way, and in his mind, the easiest way is for you to make sure the house is neat. That's it.
But
That's
he
it.
has a housekeeper there. He does, because that's a big place. He can't expect that
Right.
little girl, the retired hostess who has no prior skills in doing that, to clean that house.
Hmm.
So basically, all you got to do is show up right before his car pulls up in the driveway and pretend like you was clanging two pots together.
Uber Eats, telling you, get the good china, put that up,
Just
bam.
take credit and
Yeah.
throw away the garbage before he gets in the
Right.
kitchen. Like,
Exactly.
seriously, use your head, girl. Why are these great opportunities squandered on idiots?
Youth.
So yeah, so his parents are gone. They've gone back wherever they came from, and that's when they have this conversation. I don't think there's any resolution to it, but I think that's all we see of them for the
Hmm.
episode.
Yeah.
Girl, keep saying that you're not the maid. I bet you one of these days he'll come home with a little penny apron for you. Good luck,
Or eviction papers. Either way.
for real. And the only person who will have made out in this relationship
It's
would
her
be her
mother.
mom. Idiot. Idiot. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so the two forgettables are back, Dawn and Danny.
Forgot they were on the
Um,
show, but okay.
they have moved. They've gotten an upgraded home, and that they're moving into. And as we saw before the mid-season break, you know, he got her dad's permission to take the next step with a proposal, but he also feels like this is the time to bring up we need a prenup.
Yep.
And she's shocked.
She's dumb. He's smart. That's why
Mhm.
he like that. This is why he was able just to pay you $500 a week.
We were
So,
we
ma'am,
were talking about this before. How much you want to bet she's not even listed as an employee? Like
right?
he's paying her under the counter
Yeah.
or under the
I mean,
table, whatever you call
I
it.
don't know why you were shocked. Like he made his money before you.
Mm-hmm.
He started his business before you. You cannot get mad.
But do you notice she keeps on alluding to, like, especially when they go to the attorney's office? No, when she goes to the attorney's office. I know I'm jumping ahead because we're missing the conversation with her two friends, the biddies.
But we don't care
But
about them though.
she says that she helped him build his business. You don't have any proof of that. You were an admin
Exa- exactly.
and a poorly paid one at that.
Right.
And you saw the lawyer was to tell her quick, well, it's all nice and good to get presents, but that isn't here or there. And that's what he's been telling her. I've been paying you $500, but you've had open access to my credit card to buy whatever the hell you want.
Right.
How many watches you got? How many bags you got? How many stupid clothes you got?
He
You
knows you're
have
materialistic.
nothing. And she's now realizing that if the relationship were to end, she would have nothing. And doo-doo brain, that's what the prenup is for.
Right.
Secure your bag now.
And he told her, Don told, his name is Don, right? Is it Don or
Don,
John?
yeah.
Yeah, Don.
Don.
He
Mm.
told her like he told her you're materialistic.
Mhm.
And I'm shocked that he would marry her knowing how she is, but he knows how she is. That he had that he been had that prenup ready.
Mhm.
I bet you he had that prenup ready before he bought the ring.
Of course. Of course.
So how can she be mad? In this case, like you're trying to secure the ring. You balking at the prenup does not help you get
Nope.
the ring.
Mhm.
Because when you refuse to sign the prenup or question the prenup, it tells him that, oh, you're really only in it for the money. You're proving
Mhm.
all of his doubts true.
Mhm.
All you have to do is say, you know what, baby? Give me the prenup. I'm going to read it over with my lawyer. Once my lawyer approves it, I'll sign it and bring it back to you. That is how you handle this.
The lawyer that Don will be paying for.
Correct.
Her friends are just like encouraging her in this foolishness. Okay, well, they were able to lock down their husbands, their husbands without a prenup. Great. That's not the case for everybody.
Right.
You know what? You don't have a leg to stand on with regards to saying, I helped build up his company.
Mm.
But you've reaped the rewards of that
Mm-hmm.
company. What you need to do, like you said, he says he's going to do his prenup. Everything is negotiable. Put on your business cap. Everything is negotiable. Say, have your attorney send it over to my attorney for review, and we'll get back to you with edits.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And
You
if you're
know, because
smart,
yeah,
if,
if he's insisting on a prenup, make it so that it is beneficial to you.
and what you do is, if he's insisting on a prenup, you ask for equity in the company
Mhm.
to get that
Yep.
residual money. Quit playing.
Yep.
That's how you do it. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's I don't know why they brought them back, to be honest. I just don't. Um Next we see the boating couple, Erica and Rick. Erica has a call with her grandma and asked to use her backyard for her down home wedding. And she really wants to do this because she's hoping that her dad will come
Mm-hmm.
and Granny's going to run interference for her.
Good job,
I
Erica.
think.
Good thinking.
Hmm.
That was good. That was good thinking.
It was. It was.
Very strategic. But Rick is not. I don't think Rick is having it. Um,
Rick is
he
like,
swear
where are we having this wedding?
he's funny because you really would think his wedding is for him. Like he wanted to give her the wedding of what he wanted to give her the wedding that she wanted, and this is what she wanted. So just give it to her. Let her have it.
Oh my God. I don't know. I want her to have a nice wedding. I really do. But what I do want her to I wanted compromise on this. I really did. I
Hmm.
wanted compromise. And I don't think I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
I just don't. And I feel bad for Rick because he's a big city boy. He wants he doesn't want a backyard wedding. Even if it's small and intimate, he doesn't want a backyard wedding. And he's also thinking about his family and friends who are coming.
Right.
He wants something nice. Like I told you
Yeah.
before, I hope she gets a wedding planner and I hope they make the backyard great. But even her grandma was like, my backyard? It's not fancy.
Right.
But hopefully with a little pipe and drape, a nice little,
Yeah.
wedding arch, some cute tables,
A purple gazebo.
Yeah, country chic.
Yeah, like maybe like a purple bird
Uh,
fountain or something. They can do it.
and a nice bar with lots of top shelf liquor. Get them drunk
Right.
enough they won't remember
And the food.
what they stepped in. Ugh.
As long as the food is good and
Mhm.
and the bar is open, people do not care what the what the decor is. They will sit in
Yeah.
folding chairs. Um, you know, the folding chairs in the backyard. They won't care.
Yeah. At least to Rick's credit, he says, "Whatever you want."
Yep.
Like, he caves in. He doesn't even make an argument. He caves in. He's like, "Whatever you want, I'm giving it to you."
He just wants to get married. That's all he cares about.
I wonder why, though. I
I
wonder
think for
why.
him, at his age, he doesn't want to spend his life alone.
He just wants companionship
Mhm.
with nice
And he know
tatas.
well that too.
Oh, well, girl, go ahead. Then we hop over to Vegas and
Unfortunately,
we see,
the douche and the freeloader.
oh my God. Um, Kevin goes with his friends who are also in the same business as him, scamming people on the internet, um, to play golf. And they're supposedly betting on golf shots or whatever.
Hmm.
This was so ridiculous. And one of his friends I instantly hated. Um, they're not here for Katie.
Mm-mm.
They're like, she's just living off of you.
I mean,
But Kevin makes a point. He's like, I don't think we've been together long enough to take the next steps. How long they been together again?
6 months to a year, I think.
I will give him that. I will give him that. And so then the friend says, why not give her a deadline to find a job and a place? But when you give a deadline, what happens if she doesn't make it? What do you do?
Right.
What do you do?
Didn't one
I,
of them say, then she'll be homeless or something? I can't
yeah,
remember.
they were harsh. They were harsh. But again, he's got his, douchebag posse and they don't care. They don't care, but they've got their girlfriends
Hmm.
and they're living with them. Why not let Katie live with Kevin? I don't understand.
Right. I think what
Um,
he wants. I think for him, I understand the why. It's because he is not trying to have someone just to use him for money,
mhm,
and he wants someone to be ambitious as well.
mhm, mhm,
So he's not trying to give her a crutch.
mhm.
So, in my opinion, she couldn't have moved in with me without having a job. I mean, I mean, I could see him wanting to have their own places. I can understand that, but had she moved there with a job in hand, he
Mhm.
wouldn't. I don't think he would care that she was living there. I really don't. I think the crux for him is that she does not have a job and is not making her own money.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why is because when he dumps her, he doesn't have to feel responsible for her if she has a job,
Exactly.
you
But
know?
she didn't have a steady job in the first place. Wasn't she like a Hawaiian Tropics girl or a model or something?
She's but never got called out to do anything and couldn't even make her own rent. So, I wonder about that. I wonder about that.
She's not listening to him, and I think that's a problem. She is not listening to him. She's not taking in anything he's saying.
Mhm.
He's he's trying to be nice because he really, really likes her. I can see that he really, really likes her,
Mhm.
but her lack of ambition
Mhm. It's killing it.
is wearing on him, and
Mhm.
he's been telling her this since the beginning. Well,
Yep.
why don't you do this? Like, how about this? And yada yada yada. I'm like, ma'am, he's telling you what to do and what's needed for to make this relationship really go to the next level. You talk about, oh, I can see marrying him. He's not gonna marry you with no ambition. It's not gonna happen.
Why doesn't she just start an internet business like him? Like
Better yet,
like
better yet,
yeah, he does those things online telling you how to do it.
better yet, why don't you ask him for a job?
I don't think
I
he's gonna
would.
give her a job.
I would ask. I'm like, here's the thing. We're together. I enjoy our time, but I do need to work. Would you be willing to give me a job to where I can learn under you? I would work for you. We negotiate a salary. We would not work in the same area. I would work in my room or in a different office, and you would work where you work. That way, we're still working independent. I would. I would.
But this goes to show that this gal is lazy.
Yeah. I see no hustle in her. Like there was no hustle in her in LA.
Mhm.
So why would you move out here for her to be no hustling Katie in Vegas?
Yeah. Um, and honestly, she could have gotten a job before moving over
Mhm.
because she could have used his address as saying that she was living
Exactly.
there. And when she would go to visit, she could go and do interviews.
Right.
But as we see later in the episode, when Kevin and Katie go to the Lamborghini dealership because he wants to buy a second car because the other one is still back in San Diego, I guess, in storage. The salesman, where do they get these salespeople who are always getting in other people's business? But he tells the story about how his girlfriend moved in and 9 years later she's still there. Okay, that's because you let her stay there.
9 years later, she's still a girlfriend too. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm. You
So
know,
that's
and
telling.
that's all Katie is focusing on. See, why can't Kevin be more like him? Shut up. Then she's complaining. I can't believe it. Kevin sees no problem with buying himself another Lamborghini when he already has one, but never buys me any presents. Well, what do you do? Like,
Right.
I bet you if she showed any sort of initiative or gumption to like do more for herself,
Mhm.
be like better herself, he would be all into her and he would be buying her stuff.
Exactly. He would probably buy her own penthouse.
Yeah, just so that she's not around him.
No, just to show like, hey, I appreciate what you're doing.
But she brings nothing to this relationship. Nothing. I find like she seems like the person that she's lazy in her professional life, and then she's probably lazy in her personal life too. Because what is she doing for Kevin?
She rests on her pretty, basically. That's what to me. That's what it is. Cause like you moved to Vegas with no job. I mean, you didn't even attempt to look for jobs. As soon as he said he was moving to Vegas, you should have been like, "Cool, I'm gonna start looking for jobs in Vegas."
Mm-hmm.
That way, when she moved in with him, she probably would have already had a job. And like I said, he'd have been okay. He'd have been
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's her lack of income that's an issue for him. Lack of income, lack of ambition.
Yep. So then he decides to tell her that she has 2 weeks to find a job in an apartment and it all goes to hell. She starts crying, gets in her car, and leaves. And he's like, what did I say?
Right? I'm like, and I'm like, where are you going? That was my
Nowhere
thing.
in a Lamborghini because she got in that Nissan and took off.
I'm like, where are you going? Are you going to the Rio for the buffet? Like, where are you going?
I wouldn't be surprised if she went back to his apartment, prayed that the key still worked, went inside of a room and locked herself in, saying, he can't kick me out. He can't kick me out.
Oh, that child. I hope she gets it together.
She won't. She won't. Because, like you said, she's not listening to him.
Hmm.
He's going to hold tight to that 2 weeks and kick her out.
Yeah, I think so. I really think so. And he would be well within his rights to do so.
And the only way that he doesn't do it is if it saves, like if it says in his contract for the show that he can't get rid of her, that she needs to be in a
Good
scene.
point. Very good point.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. All right. Did we miss anybody or anything? I think we've hit
We hit
everything.
everybody.
All righty. So, guys, let us know what you think about Marrying Millions. Give us some comments below. What did you think of the tomfoolery? Oh my God. This was Marrying Millions Season 2, Episode 12, Fear and Lambos in Las Vegas. Oh my God. If you like the content of this review, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And most importantly, tell a friend. We want you to join the conversation with these stupid shows and these stupid people making stupid decisions.
Bye, everybody.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.